many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. CoinFlip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
Whether you're brand new to cryptocurrency or an expert, Hodlit is the app for you. Are you tired of dealing with the exchanges, their unreliability, and high fees? Welcome to the new cryptocurrency standard. Hodlit is your one-stop shop for accumulating cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. This is the easiest way for you to accumulate crypto and manage it. Download the Hodlit app now. Create your profile, link one or more bank accounts, set up your dashboard, and let Hodlit do the rest. It's easy and fast. Hodlit provides multiple ways to purchase and accumulate crypto. Included are advanced automated buying features along with direct market buys. You have total control of your money and which cryptocurrencies get purchased, with options including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tether, Ripple, among others. Use the Roundup feature to automatically purchase crypto with your spare change after making everyday purchases. Easily increase your Roundup growth by using the Boost Growth option and boost your Roundups by either 2, 3, or 5 times. The Autopilot feature allows you to purchase crypto based on the amount and frequency you choose. Set it and forget it. Buy and sell in real time. The coins you buy are the coins you get. Hodlit holds 100% true blockchain purchases. No downtime. Super secure. Lower fees, and you get 24/7 support. Hodlit makes it easy for you to create and manage a diversified cryptocurrency portfolio. Look forward to future enhancements coming soon, as well as additional cryptocurrency options. Download the Hodlit app today and get started now.
All right, we're live. Hey, is this thing on? Hello?
Hey.
How goes it? Hi. If you're watching this live right now, don't forget, head on over to Twitter if you're not already there. Do a retweet, drop a comment every single day somebody wins Bitcoin. So retweet, comment, entered, win. Easy.
Oh, and if you want hugs,
Yes, yep.
give me your SLP, and I will send you hugs.
So everybody drop your SLP address if you have a SLP, simple ledger protocol address for Bitcoin Cash. You can get the Bitcoin.com wallet. There was another wallet. I forget the name of it already, but there was like a Badger, yeah, it had a huge following at my meetup in Philly because I was telling people to download an SLP wallet to get KenCoin, and they were like, "Oh, I already have Badger," and everybody was like, "Badger ready," and I'm like, "Okay, well, fuck the Bitcoin.com wallet, I guess. This Badger thing's already got a cult following."
Yeah, so I think that I'm not 100% sure, but I think that Badger is a non-custodial wallet. Like I said, I would have to check to know, but I think that that's why people favor it.
But Bitcoin.com's non-custodial. I have my keys.
You do?
Don't I? Pretty sure I do.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. I think I backed it up with an email thing or something.
Yeah, and you have to sign in through, like, you're supposed to sign in with Google. I'm pretty sure, like, I think the Bitcoin.com wallet is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it's custodial.
Right. It might be encrypted to their wallet. I think I get what you're saying. Because, yeah, I don't remember writing down my seed phrase, but I do remember when I signed up, it had an automatic process to, like, email me my private key and encrypted it and everything.
Yeah, so I have my seed phrase, but I don't have my private key.
Ah, got you. Yo, 3D, I see you in the chat, bro. Yeah, he has 3D9. He made his SLP coin with me same night. We watched your video together and just followed it step by step. So if you guys want, and I implore you all, not your blockchain, not your keys, not your coin. Be your own Satoshi and create your own shitcoin, and use Bitcoin Cash to do it because it's fucking easy. It's so easy. And it doesn't cost as much as an ERC20. I could not afford to fucking use an ERC20 as a tip coin that I created for a meme for my community. That would be so expensive.
Even just sending it around would be expensive after the development, right? So, like, how much did it cost for you to make your SLP?
I honestly couldn't tell you because I don't think it showed up in like a penny. It was like a penny.
I can tell you it's less than a penny.
Right, it was like, yeah, it had to be because I was like, it's so unnoticeable.
Yeah, so it's less than a penny, and it will literally take you like under 10 minutes to do. I mean, like 5 minutes maybe,
Yeah, it was really easy, really cool process, and it felt empowering. I mean, I've done my own coins on multiple blockchains. I mean, I like probably the first random person to use the Waves network to make their own shitcoin. I did that. I used Ethereum as well, but I decided to use NFT instead of like an ERC20. Went with the ERC721 shitcoin. I have my own shitcoin on Steam, my own shitcoin on Hive, and now my own shitcoin on Bitcoin, and that's fucking cool.
That's what I think too. I was like, well, it's like permissionless, right? It only takes a few minutes and it costs less than a penny. So like, how does it make sense if you're gonna build a shitcoin, right? Like, where else would you build it?
Right. I mean, people that already have a Bitcoin wallet, or you don't have to convince them to download a shitcoin wallet. You can just be like, hey, download a Bitcoin wallet, like from Bitcoin.com or Badger or whatever, and let me send you my shitcoin. So I don't have to go too far off the trails of shilling BTC or Bitcoin or BCH or whatever. I can stay on the narrow of download a Bitcoin wallet, but I can also have that fork in the road of, but I'm going to give you a shitcoin. So I don't have to give you Bitcoin. And this goes to the joke earlier where it kind of went over your head where I was like, don't buy things people are giving away for free. I'm along that line where I might be chilling out with giving away so much Bitcoin for free, and maybe I'll give away KenCoin to people that don't understand Bitcoin because I worry about the lack of care because people didn't earn it, they were just given it, and they won't like back up their keys. They'll remember me in 5 years when they see Bitcoin over $1 million and they're like, damn, whatever happened to that Bitcoin that Stoner gave me on the street that day? They probably lost it. So I'm gonna try using KenCoin as that like on-ramp shitcoin to just show people how powerful the tech is. Immutable, decentralized, permissionless, blah 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 blah, all the buzzwords. That can be done with Hugs. It can be done with Ken. So we don't have to be spending our precious Bitcoin on this on-ramp anymore.
Great, yeah. And I mean, also, I like hugs. The idea was like, I don't know, things suck, right? Like, who doesn't need a hug right now? I don't know. Like,
Especially with
so
the pandemic, I don't think I want anything more than a hug from my friends. It's almost been a year of like zero physical contact, and I mean, I'm a hugger. Like, I'm the kind of bro that hugs bros at a conference when they put out their hand for a handshake. It's like, get that thing out of here, bring it in. And I don't know. It's weird. Like, I'm an introvert, but I do benefit a lot from like social energy and social gatherings and just mingling with my peers, and I haven't been able to like replenish that energy in so
totally.
long. So a hug is medicinal at this point.
And I know that it's not the same as like the real thing, but like, I don't know,
I
kind
got
of.
the keys. I mean, not your keys, not your hugs.
Yeah. So, and you know what else was cool? Because we were able to get it onto a CC tip bot, I'm able to send it to people who don't have an SLP wallet. So you don't even have to be set up with a specific wallet. You don't have to be into crypto at all. I can just send hugs. And yeah, I mean, technically, like, giving it to people who are not going to know how to access it later means dwindling the supply, right? Or like limiting the supply, which isn't something that you want when the coin is hugs. But
Well,
it's really
some
easy.
hugs do get lost in the ether.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like ghost hugs is a true meme. I'm almost positive if you type in ghost hugs, you will find multiple gifs of
Oh, I
ghost
know there's
hugs.
that. I know that there's, yeah, sending hugs, virtual hug. So you know what else? I was able to send hugs to Adam back.
I thought that was awesome. That was really cool.
Yeah,
So I'm on the opposite side of the troll paradigm where I was like, oh, I have a tip bot. Let me send Donald Trump some Bitcoin. So I think personally I can take full credit for helping Donald Trump become a Bitcoin hodler. I was the first person to give Bitcoin to Donald Trump.
so now
So
Donald Trump cannot say that he doesn't own any
oh,
Bitcoin.
he definitely owns Bitcoin because he owns his Twitter account. His Twitter account is in possession of keys that are Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
But you went ahead and went with like the other side of the meme and hit up Adam Beck with fucking hugs, which was that's really level 9,000 IQ. Like, I don't know if it was trolling or just meta marketing.
It wasn't. We were having a conversation. The conversation was about tribalism and infighting. He said that he thought that things weren't that bad, and I disagreed, but respectfully. And then I asked him a question about my social history project, and he answered. He was like thoughtful and responsive, and I appreciated it. And it wasn't really, I mean, like, it was maybe a little bit trolling, but like, also I was like, hugs are for everyone, like, I don't know, it doesn't have to be a thing. And like, if tribalism isn't really that bad, then like, what's the problem with accepting hug from someone who built something where you like, it's not like you can build on Bitcoin or something. It's not like I didn't do. I don't know. That's what
No,
I'm at.
I'm with you. I think it's really cool that I have Ken. It's like it's pretty empowering to feel like, oh, I have my own currency, and I want that to inspire people to do that more, and maybe not so much on the individual level, but also like more on the entrepreneurial level, right? Like, small pizza shop owner, Scotto's Pizza. Why not have a Scotto's Pizza coin and you give it your own utility and your own value using your own street credibility with your own community? Don't
Yeah.
need any oversight on any of this. It's basically like you printing a fucking coupon, except if somebody forged that coupon, counterfeited the coupon, or copied that coupon. It's couponing 2.0 for small businesses, what we're doing, and I think this could really incentivize those small pizza shops to finally make their own money and start doing things their own way. I could buy 100 large pizzas from a pizza parlor today and redeem them one by one each week. Where it's basically buying a gift card, giving a specific amount of money to a small business in advance for goods and services that they could then use in that moment to further their business. Why not tokenize that?
No, for sure. That's what I said. Like, there are several potential uses for, customized tokens. And yeah, I mean, I think I said couponing for businesses was definitely one of them. I think there's I think that there are really things that are, this has the potential to change that are beyond what we can even really imagine them right now.
That's a good point. I mean, honestly, who would have saw, even coupons being a thing back in the day, and then all of a sudden businesses have gift cards with their own. I mean, like the Diner Club card just came out. Why do you have your own Macy's card? What's up with this? And you're right. Eventually, it will be weird to start seeing like McDonald's coin. But we already have Pepcoin, and Pepsi is killing it with the millennials right now. Though I remember collecting jelly bracelets on the playground, and turns out my nephew is as interested in scanning Pepsi products now to get QR codes for shit. It's like, and he's like 6. I'm like, oh, you're already in on this currency thing. And you don't even need to know. You just know, hey, I scan this product, I get a coin, and I can get more stuff from the company with the coin I get. Like, I think that it's really interesting. So how are you personally planning on using Hugs, though? Now, I have my own ideas for Ken, but, like, it is seriously a shit coin. I have no white paper, no plans, no intentions, other than just having straight up fun and using it as an educational tool. Just, it's basically my Doge. How I want to show people how to get in. I don't think it's me sending, a no coin or $10 worth of Bitcoin anymore. It might just be me sending a no coin or a couple Ken, and then me showing them how they can send it back to me and send it to their friends and back it up and do all the Bitcoin like things, but with my shitcoin. Since I'm out there doing all the hard work and on ramping, Satoshi Nakamoto ain't never sent me no tip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You didn't get 10,000 Bitcoins.
I did not. No.
Yeah.
No. So I made KenCoin, and now we're gonna try to buy 10,000 Bitcoin with KenCoin. Let's make it happen. Pump
all right.
Ken.
All right. Okay.
But
all
how are we gonna pump Hugs? What's your use cases?
Hugs is not meant to have any kind of monetary value. It's really like purpose is for people to just send around.
Oh, well, I'm about to repurpose your purpose because I found out how to sell SLP tokens. So,
well, okay, so did you figure out how to sell them? Because the decentralized exchange isn't done yet. Okay.
Yeah, meme cash, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Memo. I call it meme cash because it's hilarious. Yeah. But Memo Cash, I could put in sell orders for my SLP coin, and people could go in and individually buy those sell orders. So right now there's 100 Ken sitting for 10,000 Bitcoin Cash Satoshis each. I think it comes out to like $3 or something like that worth of like Bitcoin Cash Satoshis for 100 Ken. But I just thought it would be cool, and I did it as an experiment to see, can I even sell these or whatever? And yeah, I could totally sell Ken. And if anybody wants to like donate to me, if they're like, oh, what's your PayPal address? I'll send you $1. I'd be like, well, why don't you just go to Memo Cash and buy $1 worth of Ken from me? That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be a really cool way of doing it instead of just like taking donations, right? That would be
it's
really
sort of like a charity coin, right? Like instead of a PayPal receipt, you're going to get this Ken coin receipt. And it's like proof of contribution. Obviously, if you have a Ken coin, you support me. So it's like proof of bro.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. I get it. I'll buy a Ken coin. You gave me some milk.
Yeah, so and I wanted to get in on that too, because the whole dividends distribution thing on SLP is like super next level, and that's why I think how I know I'm going to use milk, because anybody holding milk, if I do a distribution. I could just, give 1 Bitcoin Cash, and it will evenly be divided amongst everybody holding a milk coin, which sort of makes that its own utility. It's an airdrop coin.
So that's what I was trying to explain to people is like, Hugs doesn't have any value, but
the technology does.
Remember all those airdrops on Uniswap, and if you participated, still, some people are like, nah, who would want a valueless coin? And I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I mean, at one point, even Bitcoin was valueless because people didn't value it, right? It was, I think, it took a while, obviously, even past the whole, the Bitcoin, 10,000 Bitcoin for one, for 2 pizza situation. What was that?
Yeah, 2 Papa John's pizzas. By the way, I feel like getting Papa John's to accept cryptocurrency is like we have to do it.
if they're not the first pizza shop to
No,
accept Bitcoin, it's all fucked. Like,
they're
I
not
mean,
the first pizza shop because I know people who own a pizza
well,
shop.
no, I meant okay.
Like,
So I mean by franchise, the first franchise pizza shop.
yeah, so
that's
I
that
kind of
big.
I feel strongly that we need to get on it, and I don't know who to contact. Do you have any idea?
Shit, no. This might be a job for somebody like Pomp or something,
Yeah.
or like Gockstein. One of those bros. Might be able to get in touch with people in that circle,
Oh my
but
gosh,
that's definitely
this is
something
so
that we need to work
unusual.
on.
I just had an interview with Gockstein, and I might contribute. Like, maybe we're working on things. We're negotiating.
Oh yeah, he's cool. He's doing a lot of cool stuff, and he's bringing on
Yeah.
a lot of content creators to do things. So I'm really excited for like Goxstein's super bro.
No, but I should pitch this idea.
Oh, for sure. Yes. Yes, well somebody has to take the helm, and we constantly troll and tweet, whatever, but maybe we should have a community campaign to try and peer pressure Papa John's into finally accepting Bitcoin, since they're a part of our history.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pitch this after this meeting in an email to them, and maybe with because you said this is a job for Gockstein, maybe with that kind of backing, I can gain more of a foothold, or maybe they'll just want to do it themselves. I don't know.
Yeah, we could always just we if they don't go with the friendly approach, we could always use troll tactics. Troll tactics usually work best anyway, and we could just go and say, "All right, fuck it, Domino's, you accept Bitcoin. Papa John's is dead to us." You know what I mean? Like, we could cancel culture Papa John's into accepting Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm getting at.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Who's with me?
That's another way.
Who's with me? If Domino's accepts Bitcoin before Papa John's, I'll never eat Papa John's again. Domino's for life, even though I fucking hate Domino's. It's all about the sauces and the dips from Papa John's for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe we can get them to do it. Also maybe we can show them how they can build their own custom token for less than a penny so that they can do their rewards tracking on there.
You know what the problem is, though? Regulations, right? Like, I think that's the boogeyman in the room that's scaring everybody from doing all the cool shit we can do. We're not held to the same scrutiny as a company is, or even the individual behind a board of directors at a company. We can do whatever the fuck we want, technically, really. We're not really much regulated as much as, like, the tech itself is. We're individuals. We are unregulated. We have to self-regulate if we want, if they want us to be regulated. And we can opt out of that. So companies, I think, are looking at what we're doing with like Hugs and Ken and shit, and they're on the edge of their seat. They can't fucking wait to do something like this. The problem is, though, if they do it today, what happens next year or after this election? If Trump wins again, or when Trump wins again in 5 years, when we have another election and president, will this be illegal, and will we be forgiven for breaking that law? So I think companies are waiting for finite, concrete, etched in stone regulations on this technology before we ever see them experiment. Again, Pepcoin. You don't think they would love to have done something like this with SLP, or even fucking Ethereum with an ERC20? They could afford the gas fees. They're fucking Pepsi. They could do sponsored transaction fees, so you don't even have to spend ETH. They could just use PEP to cover the fees and pay the gas for you. There's so much they could do. The thing is, I think it's the terrifying laws that they know that they will break, because we are all criminals, just not right now. Like, in a couple years, all this shit will be illegal. We'll all have been broken laws, and I don't know. That's what I'm worried about. So I think like the paradigm shift opportunity comes with those small pizza shops that you were talking about, and not so much the franchised ones like Papa John's, because the small ones, the mom and pop hole in the wall, they have that low key. They're like under the radar. They could totally get away with, doing something like this. Like we can. Papa John's, though, they got fucking shareholders, bro.
Yeah.
They're under a magnifying glass. They can't do anything because technically it's not even their money anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, all right.
Unfortunately. But like, that's the only way I think we'll do it, is to see like these small shops, these small mom and pop shops, experiment with it to the point that when it is, regulated, it can't be prohibited like, alcohol and cannabis and shit like that. It'll be so widely adopted and used that by the time regulations hit, it'll be unenforceable with persecution.
That's kind of what I'm hoping, you know?
Yep. Well, that's why we have to start all the kids. Like there should be high school and middle school programs to teach kids how to make their own SLP coins. There should be like a fucking after school blockchain and crypto club, like a chess club and a bowling team. We need to start with the youth. It's 100% up to the kids, not up to. We don't have to make any of this grandma proof. Like fuck grandma. I love my grandma to death,
my grandma
but
totally
she is
owns
not even a part of this.
My grandma totally owns cryptocurrency and comes
Oh,
up
no,
with
I totally dig it. But unfortunately, grandma may not be here when this hits mass adoption. So it technically doesn't fucking matter. It's the kids. When they are the grandmas, that's it. We don't need to dumb down the tech. We don't need to make it any better or easier. It's fine the way it is when we start making it inherent to the youth how to utilize it. So I think we stop focusing on making things grandma proof and start making things kid friendly and on ramping the youth into this. And I try to say it in different words sometimes, where we have to incriminate the children. We have to incriminate the children with us. The more kids that are making their own ICOs, the more kids that have their own NFTs, the more kids that create their own DeFi, the less they could do to us. And the less they could do to stop it in the future. I mean, imagine a 5-year-old who grew up with, HTML5 and Java and all this like coding shit. And today, what laws matter to a developer that is a wizard? Again, they have to self-regulate if the government wants them to be regulated. And a lot of developers just say, well, fuck you. I'm gonna Satoshi Nakamoto this shit. I'll be synonymous or completely anonymous, and I'll just create. So I think a lot of this future is up to the kids when it comes to like not being able to be like stopped. Like you can't stop once you teach the children and they become the adults in the room.
So I need to teach my daughter all this stuff. I've been teaching her Photoshop and she has fun with that, but I actually.
You don't have to teach her. You have to incriminate her. You have to show her how to make her own token. You have to show her how to make her own, NFTs. You have to show her how to do this stuff. So when if they do come for you, you know what I mean? They can't come for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know it sounds fucked up or whatever, but I know people understand what I'm saying when I say incriminate the children, because
no, I hear you.
We could use them as a fucking blast shield. Seriously.
So here's something that I've noticed about you since you've come back, and I know you've said it, but it's like more obvious right now to me than it ever has been, is that like you've opened up to the, conspiracy theories.
Yeah. I mean, I blame Rice Crypto for all of that shit. Being friends with him for so fucking long. But yeah, I mean, I've always had those levels of like perspectives. I've just never really shared them or used them in crypto or anything like that, as far as like, to verbalize like my thoughts. But like the conspiracy shit, I think that the taboo has been taken away. When you used to have like a conspiracy theory about something, you were like X-Files, Mulder, you're a weirdo off his meds, somebody get a jacket on that guy. But today, it's almost mainstream media accepted that if you don't have your own little conspiracy theory or a part of one, you may not be smart. You may be a little bit slow. You may be a sheep. You may not be woke. So the concept of conspiracy theories in general, the narrative has changed around them a lot, like how it's changed around Bitcoin, from just being like drug money and things criminals use to fucking, JP Morgan, Wall Street. Everybody wants in on this. Square buying millions.
So here's the question. You know about the history of conspiracy theory, and like the term was coined, the CIA termed the coin to, get people to like sort of shame people for having them. So is the idea that people should have at least one or two conspiracies that they buy into now just part of a larger play, like?
Right, diluting the thoughts, right? Add more and more and more, so you're so overwhelmed with conspiracies that you can't pick out which one is more likely than the other. So yeah, I do see something around that narrative where, I mean, we've even seen it with like the Jeffrey Epstein, situation where that whole thing felt like a very intentional narrative of a like a whole play. It felt so scripted, as far as like designing the conspiracy and how they wanted the conspiracy to go, and like they kind of flowed everybody towards this direction. So it's interesting to me to be like, well, if this is where they want me to look, I would like to know where they don't want me to look right now. Like what are they not trying to, show me? So I think with everything from like, Bill Cosby to Harvey Weinstein to Jeffrey Epstein, that a lot of it could be false flag, agenda driven conspiracies to confuse people from the Pizzagate type legit shit. But I think that it's just adding more of a social awareness to the fact that conspiracy theories aren't just make-believe, urban legends or tales around a campfire. A majority of them have already been proven to be more accurate than fiction. So I think that the more that we see these artificial conspiracies kind of come our way, the more the unartificial conspiracies stand out. It's like, it's interesting to see like how much effort they put into certain stories and how little effort they put into other stories, where it's like a 24-hour press reel where it's all day every day, and then after 24 hours you don't hear about that story anymore, but for months you'll hear about this specific story and these specific concerns and these specific questions. So I'm 100% with the conspiracy on conspiracies, because it has been people have, come in, and, same thing with false flag protests. There's people that have joined these conspiracy theory groups as members to falsely, steer the agenda.
Yeah, for sure. And
yeah, the infiltration is real. Like, it's been exposed by a lot of white hats. Recently there was like, a DEA drug bust where they arrested people trying to buy drugs and the people trying to sell drugs, and both parties were cops.
Yep, I believe it. I believe it.
So I'm looking at a lot of these stories, like, most of the time they don't even know what the fuck's really going on. They're just as confused by us by the misinformation.
Yeah, it's out of control.
Yeah, big facts. But with the whole like when it comes to like the crypto conspiracy stuff, I think that's going to be an urban legend, rumor, myth thing for a while. Like, who is Satoshi? Who created Bitcoin? Was it the NSA or the government? All that stuff. Like, that's an interesting conspiracy, because I don't believe it will ever have an answer. But it's a legit conspiracy, right? Like, we don't know who Satoshi is. Bitcoin actually exists, right? So it's like a true, real-life conspiracy theory of who is Satoshi, who created it, what is the and we'll never know. So this is like one of those like forever conspiracies that are legit, but we'll never have an answer to.
Yeah, I mean, we may have an answer, but
Well, I mean, rip Hal Finney, but I mean, again, we'll never have a definitive answer. I mean, there's a good chance the NSA knows everything for the past 20, 30 years, so nothing got past them. They know all. They just don't know what they know because they know so much.
Oh, right. That's like the next level conspiracy. Like, are you familiar with Roko's basilisk?
No, but that sounds familiar. The last part.
So it's the idea that there's this like omniscient AI that is basically our creator, and there's a game that it plays where it knows everything that we're going to do, but it still gives us certain points, like you get for which way you go, but it already knows what's going, like we're all just a computer program.
Okay, I dig it.
Yeah.
I'm along the same lines as like this could be one of those like simulation kind of things. Shit, I mean, I look at Bitcoin, and the more and more I look under the hood, it starts to look like a fucking video game. Nothing about Bitcoin doesn't appeal to me now as a video. It is a video game. Like, Satoshi Nakamoto created like essentially like fucking Mario, where these coins and these games, these roles you play, and fucking like the SEC's like Goombas, and it's all live action role playing. It's all make believe. It's such a fantasy. I'm with it. I think that could be a possibility. And I'm one of the people that watched The Matrix, and when I saw the end of The Matrix, and Neo didn't, like, when he was all blind and shit, I was like, well, he's still in the fucking Matrix. He's just on level 2 now. Holy shit. Like, Zion isn't the real world. Zion's just the different level in the Matrix, you idiots. Yeah. And not a lot of people see it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I think.
Like, Neo was never in the real world. He was always and never left the Matrix. Just different levels of it. And there is no
real world.
Exactly, because it's all fucking digital. Even the real world to the digital world was digital itself. It's just levels within levels within levels of a video game.
Yep.
We probably lost some people on that one.
I know. Who's here? Anyone?
Don't forget to do a retweet, drop a comment. Every day somebody wins some Bitcoin. So could be your day. And it's as easy as a retweet and a comment. Real easy to enter. Always trying to give away. Shout out to the sponsors. And if you drop your SLP address, Hugs, Milk, and Ken could be coming your way. And since I see 3D in the chat, I'm willing to bet that you'll get some 3D9 and some other SLP coins from people that have decided to make their own, which I think is really cool because you can go to the ledger, and 3D showed me this. I could just look at everybody that holds Hugs and just airdrop Ken right to them.
How interesting.
Yes. Right? Right? So I could basically just, like, I don't know, take over your community, so like I could just airdrop Ken to everybody who holds Hugs and try to, like, oh, if you hold more Hugs, maybe, or if you hold more Ken than Hugs, I'll send you Milk. And I could, like, game theory and make this like a currency war. We could have a tribal battle. Ken coin is the real Hugs.
Okay.
I just think it's cool that you could do that stuff with the, like, it's so interesting because imagine again, like, the business application for this, right? If you are Papa John's and you did make Papa John's SLP, fuck, bro, Domino's could just go to the ledger and say, well, shit, Nicole or, this random address has one Papa John's large pizza coin. We could airdrop everybody 2 Domino's large pizza coins, and now when they have no more Papa John's pizza coins, they'll have 2 of our pizza coins. We have future customers just waiting. And that's the fucking guerrilla marketing game theory type shit that I think about when I see this technology. And I hope that there's some suits out there that are advisors to companies that are seeing the same shit I see.
I think there are.
Hope so. I mean, we've seen a lot of growth since the pandemic and shit, but, like, I've been in this space for 2015, right? Like, I haven't seen much of shit really take off. Not much. It feels like we're still in a sandbox playing with their fucking kiddie toys with all the adults laughing at us, and we haven't even grown up to this swing set yet, like, we really haven't gained much momentum.
Yeah.
I hope that you're right, but again, I don't know. I think that the legacy world is more afraid of this technology. Not that it's too complicated, but I think because it's too unregulated. We need more regulations, and I don't want it. I could give a fuck less. I don't even pay attention to taxes. What I'm trying to say is the companies, they do. We need regulations so they can feel comfortable experimenting.
Ken, this is like a total, like, 180 from last year when you were like, we don't need, we got to 20K without institutional money. We don't need it.
We don't need it, but they need us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we're in the lifeboats 2 days before the Titanic even sinks. Like, there's still people on the ship partying, and there doesn't seem to be a problem to them at all. They don't see the iceberg. And we're all just sitting here looking like, assholes with a thumb up our ass, sitting in lifeboats for no apparent reason.
Are we just assholes with a thumb up?
Well, that's a time will tell thing, right? That's a time will tell. We don't know. But I mean, looking at the almost $30 trillion debt now that we're in because of stimulus printing, it seems inevitable. Like, the deficit is the iceberg. So there is that iceberg in the water. It's not like it doesn't exist. We just don't know if we're going to be able to steer away from it. Odds are we're hitting head on, and we're just going to have to see what happens. My point though is like, we're sitting here in these lifeboats. We're using Bitcoin years before it's even necessary. We need, Americans need to see a Venezuelan economy take place on American soil before they actually see the appeal of something like Bitcoin. So I'm with it. I'm still like, we don't need the institutional money because we did get to 20K without it. Imagine where we go with it. But the problem is, how much Bitcoin is my rent going to cost if the US dollar really does get fucked and crash and shit? Like, the world still values its shit in dollars, right? So we could end up in a situation with like the Chinese yen and shit where it's like $10,000 for a cup of coffee.
FedCoin is coming, right? Like that's
right.
why would people move to Bitcoin then if there's FedCoin and
so they don't have to spend $10,000 on a cup of coffee? I mean, it wasn't always 10,000 yen for a cup of coffee. It's just the way shit keeps turning out. And I mean, eventually dollars will start to feel more like pennies. And that's where I'm worried, because it doesn't matter really how much Bitcoin I have. I'm probably going to have to keep spending more Bitcoin to pay my rent because the world's still valuing themselves in dollars. So I think that's where I'm along those lines, where we need the regulation. We need all this stuff. We need to get them ready so the world doesn't go to complete shit when Bitcoin becomes like this necessary lifeboat that people rush for. Because a lifeboat with too many people still sinks. And that's going to be like the issue with like scaling and everything like that. Like, we're not ready for this today. Bitcoin and none of these blockchains could handle the world of Visa today on their own. I think that's the beauty of seeing different blockchains, different communities, different tribes, because we actually dilute the scaling problem to multiple blockchains. And we actually, through interoperability, are making it more feasible over time. So I think everything's happening in a perfect timeline and as the way it should. Like, again, this could be a fucking simulation because of the way everything's kind of going. It seems scripted. It just fits so well.
It does. It does. When I first heard about blockchain and Web3 and, someone was explaining it to me, I was like, well, that obviously happens. Like that's already done. That happens.
So what are your thoughts on the space right now with everything happening? I know DeFi is huge again. I've been using DeFi I think my first experience in crypto was with DeFi. I was using block trades and fucking Shapeshift, and that was DeFi to me. It's DeFi enough. But apparently it exists now. It just started existing. And then I feel like the same thing happened this year with NFTs. It's like, oh, did you hear about this new technology called NFTs? I'm like, it's been around for a while, but it's still new to a lot of people. I'm just curious, where do you see new people getting into this space and using some of this stuff?
Well, so I think that, 9/10 or more of the DeFi projects out there are rug pulls that are organized. That, if you're paying attention, you would find the Telegram groups and know.
FA over TA.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I do. I feel bad for the people who are losing their money in them, but I haven't been promoting them. I haven't been, I don't know, experimenting with them really very much. I don't know. I guess it just seems like that's a baby to me, and I don't know. I'm not there. I don't want a baby. You
already got one. You don't need another.
Yeah, exactly. I have a 9-year-old. I'm over that stage. But the possibility to make generational wealth also exists, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you could create your own currency for your daughter and put it up for sale on Memo Cash, and I could buy coin that's basically a donation to your daughter. It could be either a college fund coin, and this is some of the stuff I think about, because I don't were you around during the Ethereum ICO? How early did you get in?
No, I'm after the ICO 2016.
Yeah, I got in a year before it, so it was perfect. But there was this token that came out right after the Ethereum ICO that used Ethereum to do their own ICO. And it was called Useless Ethereum Token. And this fucking legend sold his shitcoin to buy a new car. And the community supported this concept so hard, this dude bought a new house. And I think that that is a perfect example of how to use this technology for good. Fuck all that buy my shitcoin, when moon, when Lambo shit. How about buy my shitcoin, support me so I could personally get to the moon? You know what I mean? Like, if you help me get to the moon and we all help each other get to the moon, we will all be on the fucking moon together. We would just have taken individual ships there. And I think that's like a really fucking amazing part to this. Like, I could just give a couple bucks to your daughter Future by hodling some of her coin. And that has not been able to be done before.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how much it'll be used as a like a crowdfunding.
I think it would be one of the biggest use cases. I'm looking at what, a lot of influencers, mostly the female influencers, have been doing with the NFTs on Rarible and like, kind of promiscuous, lewd, or just in general funny photos or NFTs or art that they're selling. And I'm looking at things like OnlyFans, and I'm saying, well, how the fuck is OnlyFans not created an Only's NFTs or something? I'm seeing the legacy world dabble so much into this and missing the ball by a mile that I think like that perfect storm will collide. I just don't know where and when. But I do believe it comes from individuals. I think it will be us. Like Ninja creates an NFT, or your favorite sex worker, porn star creates her own NFT. You can support these people now, and instead of just saying it's a GoFundMe, send me money, you're getting an asset in return that, by nature, could gain value because of scarce, because of it's the way it was created. It's not just a piece of paper I printed from my printer. This is a tokenized digital asset that has verifiable custody. Like, I could say I own this. This is who created it, and this is where my money went. And yeah, I think we have the best use case. We, individuals, saying like, I could help you get to the moon, and when you get to the moon, help me get to the moon, and we'll help each other get to the moon this way. Buy my shitcoin.
Yeah, buy my shitcoin. Yeah, I like it. I do. Okay, so I think NFTs are huge. Also, on the DeFi thing, I guess we should maybe talk about my TikTok from Monday or from Wednesday.
Yeah, maybe. I wasn't gonna bring it up because you were just like, all right, I'm leaving the internet. Bye. And I was watching the comments just flow in, but no, that was really funny, and congratulations on winning. I know it was a bounty, content was created, efforts were put out, and profits were earned. So fuck yes, congrats. But yeah, break down what we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. So I made a TikTok that was similar to the Bitcoin TikTok that I made a couple of months ago, and I made it for Hex. And I know that Hex is probably the most special project in crypto right now. It seems like it's really gained some steam and adoption, though. Like I see it come up on more people's feeds with positive comments. And so I have, because of my studies with crypto tribalism, been hanging out with Hex, not from the beginning, but for quite a while. And, spent some time really looking at the audits of the smart contract, and like when after I made the Bitcoin TikTok, a Hex community member asked if I would make a Hex one, offered to pay me in Hex, which I was like, I'm having.
I can buy Bitcoin with that.
I could buy Bitcoin with it. Honestly, like I'm keeping it in Hex. It's a small portion of my overall portfolio, and I'm like,
gotta diversify your bonds, son.
Yeah, and I don't think that it would be a bad idea. Like if everyone's looking at DeFi projects, like it actually has been audited 3 times. Not a lot can do that.
I was kind of cool with Richard before all that. Like we followed each other, we chatted, we talked, we elbowed each other here and there, and then I don't know. I wasn't in a good personal place. Plus, I had a different perspective on this space in general, so it was kind of like two not so great personal timings for everything, and I was a huge dick about it, so he blocked me, which I get, But like, I kind of wish I had this perspective now, when he was doing what he was doing with Hex then, because I feel like we would have had a different vibe and different conversation along the lines of like just being your own Satoshi. Like, fuck it, not your blockchain, not your keys, not your coins. Like, yeah, fuck it. Like, everybody should be Satoshi. Who the fuck gave Satoshi the right to be the only Satoshi? Fuck that noise. Yeah, I want Satoshi to inspire everybody to do what Satoshi did.
Right, that's where the expression, like, we're all Satoshi comes from.
Yeah,
right?
let's not just, we're all be Satoshi. Don't just take credit for what fucking Satoshi did, but be Satoshi. We are all Satoshi if we do Satoshi shit. And you know, Richard Hart did some Satoshi shit, so I can respect that. I'm not a huge fan on, like, specific marketing tactics, but I've come to respect how things are different in this space as opposed to normal marketing things. So I see the point of it all now, kind of from like that zoomed back emotionalist perspective I have of Hex now. Overwhelmed with the emotions early on though, all I could see is it's a scam, it's a trap. And now I'm looking at Hex and I'm like, well, fuck me. I called it a scam and people probably didn't get involved with it, and they definitely did not make money because of it. If I did, did I fucking scam people by calling this thing a scam, bro?
I
Like,
posted that before. I was like, if you call something a scam without having really adequately looked at it and people don't buy it because of your recommendation, then you're the scammer. Like, you know,
I am
like,
a scammer. I am a fucking scammer. I feel like a fucking scammer, Nicole. No, and you know what's funny though? I agree with this because and you did put that perspective into my mind where I kind of ran with it one night, and I came into a realization of self-fulfilling prophecy scamming, where I kind of believe if we didn't all call BitConnect a scam, it probably never would have scammed. Probably just wouldn't have been as good as it was because of the 40 whatever, but I think it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, holy fuck, we manifested this into reality by mass consciousness, by saying over and over again that this duck is a horse, and eventually the duck starts fucking neighing and eating hay. We created the scam by calling it a scam. So I don't know, like, yeah, BitConnect could have always have been a scam, or maybe in a parallel universe where people weren't so fucking uptight, maybe it's not, and it still exists and people still use. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I'm in this like Schrodinger's box of like, what is a scam? Is it like, is the cat dead or alive? I don't know until I open the box, and that is like every project. Is it a scam or not? We don't know until we open the box, and the box is time itself. All we can do is let time tell, and instead of us tell time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Things are getting weird, Ken.
There's levels to wokeness. Sometimes people wake and then they take a nap and think they're still woke. It happens. I think I got drowsy somewhere along my awakening.
Everyone has to take naps sometimes.
Yeah. I wanted to get into like blockchain gaming and stuff, unless you have any other topics or questions, because I'm digging this, you know.
No, let's do it. Blockchain gaming.
Are you playing any? Like, I'm just curious,
No,
like, because you have a daughter and shit, and she,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
she
I
could be
should be.
playing video games and making money.
I should be. She is so obsessed with playing Adopt Me, but so I
What the
should
fuck
have her
is
playing
that?
It's this like Roblox. It's on Roblox, and like there's all these like little games in Roblox, and
Adopt Me?
is a game. Yeah, Adopt Me, but it's a game about decorating your houses and collecting rare and exotic pets, and then collecting enough of these rare and exotic pets that you can merge them into neons, and then you can make them rideable and flyable.
You know, you're basically talking about CryptoKitties, right?
Yes, I know.
I'll send her some, and you can just, I'll send her 2 cats, and you can show her how to breed them, and then you can show her how to list them for sale when she's done breeding them.
So here's the thing: the real reason that I don't want that is because I don't want her to like spend a whole bunch of my ETH on CryptoKitties.
Make her earn it.
Okay.
You give her a Twitter account and she retweets enough of our shit with a couple tip bots, she'll have enough ETH in a few days to do whatever the hell she wants. And that's like the thing I think is really cool. When I say like incriminate the youth, this is why I'm trying to get you to incriminate your child, right? Like,
Okay.
no, like, because, you know, they're going to be the ones that create their own coins. They're going to have their own barter economies. They're going, like, the imagination is still there for them, right? And we think we're creative, but we have had decades of, like, agendas and narratives driven into our brains, and we've been programmed for decades. Uh, I I don't think we as adults even have the potential anymore to innovate into a world that is worth the time and effort. Like if we need 12-year-old fucking CEOs. Like that's where that's when shit really starts to fucking like take off and be different. And it's happening more and more in the tech industry, art industry, entertainment and media. There's like 12-year-olds with iPhones making fucking movies that look like Netflix published them or produced them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would be cool. And then here's the thing that I think is a real kicker, right? Your kid starts playing a video game, right? Starts making money. By the time, you know, she's 12 years old, 3 years from now, if she's playing like Splinterlands, I've been playing for a few years. My account is worth about $3,000 just in the playing cards. So I could sell my cards and get $3,000, or I could lease them. I could do things. But imagine me as a minor being able to play a game, and that's my part-time job after school. How does the government tax a child with passive income from playing a fucking video game? If they can't do it to the kids, they can't do it to us. So, I mean, imagine a child, again, like your daughter, and you might not even know this, who, you know, plays Fortnite, for example, gets a really rare skin and sells it for $50,000 worth of Ethereum. That is a taxable event. Capital gains must be paid. But that is your child, a minor, playing a video game without any KYC. How do you enforce any regulations into that environment?
Yeah, no, I know we've talked about this before. I think the first time that I met you, we were talking about like kids playing video games, trading securities without realizing it. And it's just, I guess my reluctance is it's going to be hard for me to convince her to do it instead of, you know, because the game that she plays is so...
Right, we're getting blockchain games that are more and more polished. It's definitely taking a while, but the pandemic has pretty much like accelerated the incubation period. So like a lot of especially like blockchain gaming, because of the NFTs, like, you know, they finally exist. I don't know if you heard, but yeah, NFTs came out this year, guys.
Remember, I made the Bitcoin Jeezys, the 3 Jeezys.
Yeah, that's right. The candles. That was great. That was on Wax, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
So I know Elon Gorn, I just interviewed him. He does the LA Blockchain Summit, and his son has poo.eth, and I believe his son's about the same age as your daughter. And his son has made thousands of dollars in just a couple days selling NFTs, which are basically photos of his art. Like, you know, I don't know what those beads are, but like the jelly beads that you can melt together to make like Mario pixel art. Shit like that. And he's tokenizing it as a child and selling it.
No, so I was just telling someone whose daughter is an artist that he should, you know, look into having her do NFTs. I should do the same.
Yeah. Or if not, maybe your daughter doesn't like to create art. You could show her how to produce it, or how to market it, or how to...
Oh, my daughter wants to be a YouTube star. That's her dream.
See, and a lot of people don't see that, but that is facts, right? And this is the thing. If I could be a 6-year-old on the playground, I just want to know what they're thinking. What are their life goals? Because as a previous 6-year-old, we used to talk about being a football player, or we wanted to be a movie star, or we wanted to be like a doctor or lawyer type, the basic shit. But the kids today, they want to be like Ninja. Like that's the pinnacle of success to a child, is if I could be like Ninja, I have made it. I'm like the president of my own little world. This is the best job that you can get, is an independent content creator with no fucking boss. Yeah. And there's platforms out there like DLive and BitTube and shit, so she can start creating content today, upload it to library, and start earning passive income.
She's scared. She's nervous because of the haters.
My nephew is very similar. You know, he's about the same age. I think he's like 6 or 7, and he wants to do YouTube videos and stuff, but he goes to like videos that he likes and big YouTubers, and you know, he's old enough to read, so he's like, they're really mean to him, and he makes a really good video. Like, how am I supposed to make a video better than this and people not be mean to me? Like, my video is gonna suck compared to this. People are gonna be so mean to me, and I'm like, holy shit, you're really worried about this, kid.
No, that's how my daughter is. That's how she is. Yeah. She's like, I just don't want, the haters. Like,
Well, that's why you turn comments off. Fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess we can wrap things up here, Nicole, aka
Yeah.
Nerd Girl. I guess any information, anything topics-wise you wanted to discuss before we go, or just let people know where to get in touch with you, and don't forget
get
to
in touch
comment
with
your
me.
SLP address.
Yeah, comment your SLP address. I'll send you hugs. I make tutorial videos. They're pretty good if anybody wants to hire me. I can write articles and yeah, all kinds of stuff.
We'll make content, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We're going to get out of here, guys. Don't forget to follow Nicole. The name's in the title. If you're not on Twitter right now, head on over to Twitter, do a retweet, drop a comment. Automatically entered to win, and every single fucking day somebody wins Bitcoin. Like, legit, every day somebody. Could be you. As easy as a retweet and a comment. Nicole, thank you so much. Shout out to the Bitcoin Cash team and SLP team. I think what they're doing is really fucking epic, and I ain't gonna lie, kind of wish I could use BTC for all the things I could use BCH for. Maybe one day. I don't know, bros. All I'm saying is,
Today.
join the tribe of many tribes and not just the tribe of one if you really want to have some fun. Be your own Satoshi and be your own cult leader. And as always, have a day.
There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. CoinFlip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
Whether you're brand new to cryptocurrency or an expert, Hodlit is the app for you. Are you tired of dealing with the exchanges, their unreliability, and high fees? Welcome to the new cryptocurrency standard. Hodl is your one-stop shop for accumulating cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. This is the easiest way for you to accumulate crypto and manage it. Download the Hodl app now. Create your profile, link one or more bank accounts, set up your dashboard, and let Hodl do the rest. It's easy and fast. Hodl provides multiple ways to purchase and accumulate crypto. Included are advanced automated buying features along with direct market buys. You have total control of your money and which cryptocurrencies get purchased, with options including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tether, Ripple, among others. Use the Roundup feature to automatically purchase crypto with your spare change after making everyday purchases. Easily increase your Roundup growth by using the Boost Growth option, and boost your roundups by either 2, 3, or 5 times. The autopilot feature allows you to purchase crypto based on the amount and frequency you choose. Set it and forget it. Buy and sell in real time. The coins you buy are the coins you get. Hodl holds 100% true blockchain purchases. No downtime. Super secure. Lower fees, and you get 24/7 support. Hodl makes it easy for you to create and manage a diversified cryptocurrency portfolio. Look forward to future enhancements coming soon, as well as additional cryptocurrency options. Download the Hodl app today and get started now.